But anyway, once you actually start... No, someone was playing this one too. You go to a long, long load screen.
Those planets are very close together.
Mm-hmm. Normal difficulties
It
fine.
was the sudden appearance of a warp storm at the Kaurava system's outer edge that first caught the attention of the Imperium.
Then we've got a good intro.
And not just the Imperium.
Do share it to me on Discord if you don't mind
Oh,
when it's
yeah.
over.
If we didn't accidentally kill that while doing so, you're good to go.
Ah, thank you.
After hundreds of years under the neglectful watch of the Imperial Guard, nearly every force in the galaxy would descend upon the planet of Kaurava, bent only on domination and victory. 3 races had long dwelled in there. The Imperial Guard, its supposed rulers, the Orc tribes of Kaurava II, which the Guard had never successfully put down, and the Necron, who had slept undisturbed for untold millennia beneath Kaurava III. Where the Chaos Marines came from, or how, none can say. Did the Warp Storm bring them, or did they bring the Warp Storm? Both appeared suddenly on Kaurava IV, and in an eye blink, half the system's Imperial forces were gone.
So this is kind of like
Or claimed by
splitting the
powers of
difference
chaos.
on 40k lore between like taking it seriously and taking it the way you're supposed to take it.
The Space Marines, the Imperium's super soldiers, descended on Kaurava II, planning to finally cleanse the system, both of the troublesome orcs and
I'm surprised
the
nobody's
Chaos
tried making a
Marines'
Warhammer
all
movie.
mortal enemies.
Oh, they have.
The
Oh, they have?
They have. It's
Not
really,
far
really
above, on one of the
bad.
planet's moons.
Oh, that's sad to hear.
It's
I'm
this,
surprised
like-
I haven't heard about it.
From
It's
the
this
effects of
CGI
the
thing
the tower
that, like,
came seeking to contain the warp
takes
storm,
the source material
and in
totally
so doing,
seriously.
expand the
Oh, that
territory's
sounds like the
border.
perfect way to ruin it.
On their
Yeah, so
moon,
you have all these like
they built a mighty fortress.
super grim,
And
serious
therefore,
space
just
marines
cannon
like going blah
capable
blah
of
blah. We must
interplanetary
maintain order in the
devastation.
order and
Among the wastes of Kaurava III, the Necrons
avoid corruption
awakened
and
by the disruptive forces of the
it's
warp
just
storm,
like such a slog.
slowly masked their lethal
You
lead.
need like
In quick
you need
response,
characters like Raul
Red
Julia
Wings,
M. Bison
strong
to
unused
bring
for
Warhammer to
victory.
life.
Yeah.
And Eldar poured forth,
And it's
ready
like,
to battle
the
their
thing
dark,
is,
death-dealing adversaries.
Warhammer should be a comedy.
Meanwhile, in the shadow of an ancient portal
Like-
gate, the Dark Eldar slipped stealthily out of the murky
Also, I should note
depths
that
of
there
the
are
void.
9 playable factions in this
They would
particular
be like
RTS.
carrion birds,
Oh, wow.
flying
With all the
above
expansions,
battlefield,
yeah.
And when all were weary from the fight, make the battlefield into a feasting
I
ground.
will watch that short later.
Last to arrive, and perhaps most to be feared, were the Sisters of Battle, holy maidens and bearers of the God Emperor's faith. They had come to cleanse the system of corruption and filth. Their faith left them fanatical, unafraid of death and solace in the cause. Nothing here was clean.
Those are some boobs on
All
those
must be
Sisters of Battle.
purged.
Like,
Now, war rages anew, and only the
It's weird when you
victorious may write
have
their history.
models this low
Only
poly and
the
boobs that big.
victorious will claim the planets of Kaurava.
So all that backstory
Was-
aside,
Was this the? Oh, I forgot about the chain swords.
Yep.
Was this the game that had they actually put in the reference to that meme of like the commissar going, "Drive me closer. I want to hit them with my sword."
I believe so, yes.
Great.
So yeah, the factions that we have here that were kind of summed up there, but I can do a better job. We've got the Sisters of Battle. They are just fanatical space nuns with guns and flamethrowers. And I like them, but I kind of hate playing as them because, like, every structure they have is a giant church with this name, like the Holy Sanctum of such and such, or the Holy Septum of such and such else, and it's like, give me something easier to say. Then we've got
Maybe they all have good abbreviations.
the Space Dark Elves. who I don't think I've played because they were new in this expansion and I never got around to it. The regular space elves, who are very stealthy and teleporty. The regular humans who die a lot but like have really cheap units. The space undead who don't die ever and have really, really tough units. The very good orcs, who actually in this have this weird special mechanic of like, there's just this little indicator in part of the screen that says "Warg," and it goes up the more orcs you have.
Oh yes, I remember having to build up your warg.
Yeah. Then I missed the, Chaos Space Marines, which are just the Space Marines, but into S&M and Devil Worship. The regular Space Marines, who are incredibly boring and lame. And the Tau, who are like almost not evil.
Almost not evil, you say?
Yeah, and they're also basically Protoss. Like when they were first put into the tabletop game, there was apparently this big scandal about it because they like had a faction that wasn't just inherently the worst. They're like democratic and scientific and like worried about protecting themselves, and so they go, "Oh, we can't have that in Warhammer," and kind of like did something to make them more fascisty like everybody else is, because that's kind of the whole point. It's just like everybody is this horrible evil space empire who wants to just kill everybody else and is super paranoid and xenophobic, except for the orcs who just kind of want to party. So I think I'm actually play as the orcs. They got some charm, if nothing else. So, as I was saying, like the first game was just, here's an RTS. The first expansion also, here's an RTS. The second expansion, it was this whole planetary thing where like you got this whole planet as a map for this big board game. And then this one, okay, let's make it several planets just all clumped together. So let's see. Can I zoom this in? Apparently not. So I live here. I got some territories around me. I'm going to...
Welcome to the single-player campaign of Dawn of War Soulstorm. These tutorial windows will guide you through the first 2 turns of play and introduce key features. This province is your stronghold or home territory.
Yeah.
It is from here that you are launching your conquest of the Kaurava system.
Good for me.
If your stronghold is ever conquered, you will be pushed out of
that's
the
bad.
planetaries. The icon of your commander indicates the current position of your main army. You can only attack a destination that can be reached from the province where your army is.
Yep. So, yeah, like it says, we got...
These arrows show you where your army can move or attack this turn.
This very
Red
board
arrows
game
indicate
view.
Attacks into enemy provinces. Green arrows indicate moves into
So you just kind of pick adjacent territory here. Move on in. And there are bonuses for holding each one. And also basically a defensive rating for them. And so you get these like global resources as you go. Oh, well, that's just fun. Let's go for that. And then you have your commander who gets like special equipment.
Provides you with a snapshot of your progress in the Kaurava conflict.
Yeah, that's nice. So basically, like the more people you take out, and like as far as the other players and stuff like that, and hit certain other achievements, you get this like special equipment to give to your leaders, make them an even bigger hero unit, basically.
This screen shows you the forces you are leading into an attack, and allows you to return to the campaign.
Oh, I have Dawn of War 2. I have 3 versions of Dawn of War 2, and I didn't even realize. I should play those sometime.
Yeah, kinda.
This is Dawn of War 1, right?
Yes, it is. Well, this is Dawn of War 1 third expansion, specifically.
Do you know if 2 is as good as 1?
I mean, I was going to get into that, and it's kind of debatable. Let me get this fight going here. Because, you see, this is like a pretty stripped down, simple RTS. Dawn of War 2 is not an RTS.
Oh.
Dawn of War 2 is a, like, squad-based tactics thing.
Oh, interesting.
Where it's like, I have these 4 units, they all have their own little specialty. I'm moving around together and doing these missions. Which, you know, that can be nice too. I don't personally like it because there's this whole thing about, like, optional objectives that are really important, but you can accidentally miss them because it's unclear what the optional part is and what the mandatory part is. And then it has this, like, brutal autosave system where you, like, forfeit your turn if you start a mission over or just quit the game because you're done.
Huh.
But a lot of people like it.
Might give it a try.
This is meant for fighting and winning.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so we got here. I could swear that the camera was normally zoomed out farther than this and this, but oh no, that is maximum zoom. Okay.
I didn't even know there was a Dawn of War 3, and it sounds like
I
it was
didn't either,
for the best.
actually. That's
What's happening?
interesting.
What's going on? Where is it going?
So that explains what happened to the series.
Up yours.
What, a third one came out that nobody played?
Make it all.
Yes, or everyone hated.
Okay, so let's
Please,
see.
no more kicking.
The boys' hut.
Yep. So I can see, attaches to the generator back of the building here.
Make it nice and strong.
Get some more power.
What is it?
But yeah, basically, this is the resource. There are strategic points, and you just have one of your actual military units go over to them. They plant a flag and start chanting until they take it.
Oh, it's one of these kind of RTSs. Yeah, this is sort of its like own subgenre.
And oddly enough, like a unit is actually this little group of units, and you can just kind of add more to it without having like a building popping things out.
So good at boss.
Please, no more kissing.
But yeah, oh, this is why I'm playing as the orcs, because they're just fun. But anyway, so like, yeah, the way this works is it's pretty standard. You know, pick a territory in the map, go fight. Get jumped by things with cloaking devices I don't know how to deal with.
We better be going to a fight.
Yes, you
You're strong.
It'll be good to have that strength.
Oh yeah, and this works on a, as I recall, this had a system where you have groups of units that you then resupply rather than it being a one-by-one unit system, right?
Yeah. That's what this little plus 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 is here. I can just kind of add units to the group on the fly and get slaughtered by this.
I assume you've got to have a detector you can build?
I think I'm building one right now, yeah. I haven't played this in a decade, but I believe this is a detector unit over here that I'm getting up.
I remember trying this when it was new and thinking, wow, this is so much better than Warcraft 3.
I mean, it's really interesting. I'm playing it terribly right now because I, haven't played in forever, and I'm just jumping into it. But, yeah, I think that's gonna be safe. Okay, yeah. And I can also, use just like on the fly, give a couple of the units in this little clump flamethrowers for some variety, which is kind of interesting. It's like, it's nice to be able to just, upgrade on the fly out in the field and not have to like pop out new buildings constantly.
That's really something for purists to hate the Dawn of War video game because it had too many Space Marines.
Wait, did it?
Let's get looting.
I mean, everything in Warhammer has so many Space Marines, but...
Ah, right.
Oh, here, boss. What is it?
Martial is nice and simple. You can just kind of have a lot of orcs. Let's see. Requires pile of guns. Okay. I really like the orc building names in this.
What? It now belongs to the
No more kicking.
Where is a pile of guns? There's the mech shop, boys hut, settlement. That's like the main hub.
I'll see you
there it
later.
is. Yeah, here's a pile of
He's
guns.
gonna make it nice and strong.
green is best. Orcs, 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 orcs.
Yep.
Yeah, green is best.
But anyway, so yeah, this is just your standard RTS battle taking over this map. But the thing is, once I have control of this map, any buildings I have on it stay on here. So if somebody on their turn attacks me, that's what I have, like, to defend.
Oh, that's cool. So you're actually encouraged to have like stable fortifications that
Yeah.
are like future-proof, which is a pretty cool idea.
Yeah, so you can actually, like, really abuse it by just, like, when you're about to win the fight, build as many as you can of, like, guard towers around the, supply points. But then the commanding units get this, like, bigger and bigger group of just, like, units they bring into the fight with them.
On our way.
And is it based on how much stuff you have on the map?
No, it's basically based on, like, progress. Like, every territory you control has a freebie unit that you just, like, get to have as a, like, floating mercenary.
Sod off.
So it gets to the point where you're, like, on attack, you've got, your, like, you know, dozen different units that are just, like, starting right there
You say so.
without any build-up. And then on defense, you got, like, all your guard towers already up in place and some basic infrastructure. And I forgot to actually finish capturing that. We need to get back there.
Let's get looting.
More Docker research, more Bernie research, last year research, have your boy army research.
The orcs in the Warcraft universe are so dreary compared to these ones.
Yeah.
Which way?
What else is there to build?
It now belongs to the orcs.
Oh, no, this is what I want for self-protection. Okay. I think.
We'll do it.
Sod off. Yeah? What is it? Where's the fighting? What do you want? It now belongs to the orcs. Up yours. What do you want? Green is
Gretchen is
best.
ready. Oh, yes, you may have gone down. Build it right up for you.
That really is good.
Mhm.
The animations have a lot of personality
Yeah.
in this.
Green is best. Where's the fight?
And what are these again? Oh, right. Just like really big units require you to own X number of relics.
Green is best.
I'll shake that point while you're over here. And why don't you
Sod off.
take that
The
one?
Gawk and Mork.
Oh yeah, they're like hero units too, aren't there?
Yeah, which I should have one on the map somewhere. I don't know where he wandered off to.
Up yours! Job's a good un, boss!
Where did I put my other?
Please, no more kicking. Okay, all right. Yes, that's good.
Where was that? Listening post.
We're gonna make it nice and strong. We'll do it.
Up yours! Shoot! Smash!
Also, wow, this is like starting off with a weirdly easy fight. I'm kind of distressed at the lack of other attacks since that first.
Orcs is made for fighting.
I like how the orcs don't even respect you as a commander.
Yep. And again, just that little WOG indicator on the UI is nice.
How do you build WAG?
With these big banners that say WOG on them.
Oh, I see. You need to propagandize the concept of WAG.
Yep.
Time to build stuff.
Job's a good un, boss. That's more like it, boys. Sod off.
I'm just gonna sweep up here,
Chew 'em
because, like,
up and
where is
spit
everyone?
'em out. We're under attack. Chew 'em up and spit 'em out.
I like a nice simple RTS like this sometimes. Just not a whole lot to worry about, not a whole lot of like special abilities to use.
I kind of like too how the squad system, if anything, actively discourages micro.
Yeah, kind of does. I mean, there's some of like, okay, do you need to be refilled on anything? It just really does.
Oh yeah? Now's the time to tell you things up. Let's get 'em. What is it? What do you want?
I'm also impressed that, like, I mean, the tech trees are all pretty simple, but they put in 9 of them. That's not nothing.
Mm-hmm. And those are all like unique models and unique voices.
Yeah, it's out here, very, very techy.
This takes me back to when Command and Conquer was good. I do kind of miss that style of messy RTS.
Yeah. Where you just kind of grab your big chunk of everything and throw it at whatever.
Yeah.
I do too.
I tried getting into like Supreme Commander and stuff, but if anything, it was too much of that.
Yeah, they've got a couple units left here, but like. It works. I mean, I could like really upgrade my base and get like way more power than I have.
The boss? Who is getting shot up?
Can you just do one of these per? Okay.
Time to build stuff.
This is going just fine. Probably get that up then. also like too the like sci-fi nod that it's like we're not actually building these things from scratch. We're having big huge dropships coming in and like plopping them down, and then somebody has to like hook up the utilities or whatever.
Yeah, that's more cool looking and more plausible at the same time.
But yeah, so like I said, I mean, this is a decent taste of all of Dawn of War 1 and all its expansions. I really like the board gamey overworld mode, which adds a lot of replayability, because I mean, you got, again, like 9 different factions to play with. It can get a little repetitive after a certain point, because you're just, like every time you move on to a space in the board, you're doing one of these fights. But, even more brainy research. Again, I really love the flavor in the little tech trees and stuff like that. Big shooty boss weapons. Although it is the reason I can't really play Sister of Battle, because like all of their stuff is just like way too over the top with the names, and it's all giant churches. Which,
it does
fits.
get very tiresome in certain games where you're like, oh, was the upgrade I wanted the tachyon accelerator, or was it the proton degausser?
Exactly.
And one of those is just like plus 10% movement speed.
Yep. Most of the factions don't start from that list, though. It's really just Sister of Battle, or just like a little bit too intense with their naming scheme and architectural style. Okay, so.
Like all RTSs, it has an extremely underwhelming victory screen.
Yep. So yeah, there's the list of achievements. You can get each once per campaign, basically. But yeah, every time you get one of those, you get a new piece of equipment for your commander, and every time you take out a place in the map, there's something in that you just get permanently. So I have this one here, Killacan, that next time I go out, I'll just have with me.
As you conquer more and more provinces,
yeah, I just explained this.
Pieces of
And it
cool.
Flexing the model and all that. So yeah, that's a fun little way to do it.
Congratulations.
And apparently I forgot to actually move my commander in with that, but oh well.
Just conquered. Notice that it has changed to your color.
Yeah, it's green now. The best color. So then I would end my turn, and they would do their whole thing.
This screen allows you to garrison troops and buildings in a territory. These purchases will be ready when you fight to defend this province from enemy attacks.
That's nice. Don't need them.
Each of the enemy factions will now act in turn.
Yeah, they do that.
I will have someone's head for this.
Is that you overhearing the opponent's radio messages where they're like, oh, I can't believe we lost.
You'll notice that you have gained planetary requisition.
And yeah, you gain resources based on the numbers on the territories, and you just kind of basically just expand out, take over the whole map. Which I like as a single-player campaign for this sort of thing. The first Warcraft did that. You just had this map where you just what territories do you want, but here you get rewards for them. And Dawn of War 2 does go way more into that, with the whole here's a big map and you're fighting for territories that have their little control bonuses and whatnot. But it's also it's a squad of 4 people, which I like that too, but it's not an RTS, so it's kind of weird to do that as a sequel. But anyway, yeah, Dawn of War 1, especially with the later expansions, I really like.